Hello and welcome to this iOS 7 tutorial. Today we are gonna cover how to hide the keyboard in your application in two ways. When the user presses the return button and when the user just presses the background. Well, in order to do that, we are going to use the unit converter app we made in the last tutorial. So go ahead and open it. Let's go to Xcode, File, Open Recent. First, let's do it by using the return key. Go to the header file using the assistant editor, and you're gonna create an IV action. You're just gonna do it by hand this time. So IV action, text field return is gonna be its name. It's gonna be a sender. This is just gonna work exactly as the convert button. We're just gonna set it to, instead of the convert button, the return button in the keyboard. So now let's implement it. Go to the implementation file, IV action, text field return. Delete this extra code here. And we're just gonna use one method, that is sender resign for responder. What resign for responder is doing is that it is hiding whatever object that called the event. In this case, it is hiding the keyboard where we pressed enter. Now, this code is fine. However, we have to tell our app to execute this code whenever the user presses enter. In order to do that, go to the connections inspector, which is gonna be right here. Click on the text field, remember this thing here, and you're gonna select did end on exit. Click here and drag to here, unit converter view controller, drop, and in this little window here you're gonna select text field return. That's the IV action we just created. Click on there. Notice how this hole here just filled. Well, that means that the connection was established. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's enter the number of models, 6. Now we press return and the keyboard hides. The app still works fine. Alright. Now we want to do it for pressing the background, but first I'm gonna show you how to delete this connection we just made. Go ahead and delete the two methods we just made. Here and the header file too. But this is not enough. It is important to also delete the connection we made when we dragged and dropped here. Otherwise, if the user presses return, there won't be any method call and our app will crash. So go ahead, click here, and here in the connection inspector again, we're gonna click here and delete the connection we just made. That's it. Now we can go ahead and use the background. Go to the implementation file. This time we're going to create a void. Touches began. Just press tab a couple times. This method is already included in Xcode, that's why we didn't have to include it in our header file. And we're gonna create a touch object, UI touch. Remember to use the pointer. Touch equals, let's initialize it. This is a little special event, all touches, any object. This syntax is a little weird, but it's basically saying that it's creating an object whenever the user touches any object, anything on the screen. Now, if distance, that's the name of the text label we created here, is first responder and touch view is not equal to distance, go ahead and resign it. Resign first responder. We finish this by just saying super touches began touches with event. Double click here. There you go. Alright. Remember, this is just creating an object for touch. Then if distance is first responder, which means that whatever we just touched was the distance label here, and touch view, so whatever we touch next is not distance, so it's not the keyboard or here, we're gonna hide whatever this first responder was, which in this case is the keyboard. So go ahead and try it. Enter something here, 6. Now touch here and it hides. Works perfectly. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial and hope to see you again next time.